What up, guys? Kevin here. Hey, shout out to all you streamers out there. I turn on YouTube, went to my subscription feed, and I just see live, 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 live. And it always gives me a laugh. Every time there's a big holiday like this, and I see that they're streaming, or it's like a streamer's birthday and they're streaming, it just gives me a laugh. We see right through. We know what you're doing. Oh, look at me streaming on Christmas and Christmas Eve. Feel bad for me and give me more money. I know how it works. Look, everybody. What's the meme? Everybody around the holidays takes time off work. And streamers or YouTube streamers work. They get their ass to work. I appreciate the hustle. You may want to rethink your life if you really need to be working on these big holidays. Hey, get that money. I see right through it. My favorite DSP story ever was like there was a year around this time that he was sick, and when he came back, he was super frustrated and upset and angry that he was sick because, like, he even said, yeah, you guys get tips or you guys get Christmas money and you give that to me as tips. And I was sick this last week and I couldn't get that. And he was like pissed. It's one of my many favorite DSP stories. But now I got a new favorite story here, and that is the playtime for PlayStation games. And look, after seeing this list, you guys got to get angry. Like, I've been angry at $70 games. You guys need to be angry at $70 games. Look what we're paying for here. So this is just a list of like the 10 games, lifelong to date, top PSS titles. What's PSS? PlayStation Soup? I don't know. But there's an interesting stat line, which is the hours per player on average. And so let's go down the line. So they do it by like players. So we got 6.6 million for Miles Morales. They even have a new to the franchise. And hours. So the total hours, and this is as of like 2023. This is a 2023 slide. So the amount of hours people played Spider-Man Miles Morales is only 57.5 million. I don't know why that seems so low. Which averages out to 8.7. 8.7. So number one is because of players. Miles Morales has the most players. Wow. And then we got Ghost of Tsushima, which 4.9 million players. Is that, man, that seems kind of low, right? Again, it's like, this is why I get on Sony for announcing their sales. Like, oh, we sold 10 million, but less than 5 million have played the game. But they got 22.5 million or 22.5 hours for Ghost of Tsushima. That's pretty good. Spider-Man, 3.1 million players. That has to be the remaster, right? Only 11.9, 10.4 for Death Stranding. Look at this. Horizon Forbidden West. Only 1.7 million players. And that game was bundled in. That was a bundled in game. And they only got 1.7 million. For, on average, 13.6 hours. That's not enough to beat the game. I think it took me like 50 hours. Then Returnal, only 8.2 hours, 1.6 million. And then only 1.6 million for Demon Souls. How does Demon Souls only have 1.6 million? Like, it's not that far off from the tree of Elden Ring, the Erd tree. Like, it's still the same type of game. And they can only manage 1.6 million, 7.6 hours. Horizon, 1.3 million, 11.9. That must be like maybe PC or something. And then Little Big Planet, only 2.2. And then 12.3 for God of War, 1.1 million. Yeah. So this is what Sony's getting away with murder here. They can just like, hey, On average, our players are going to play the games only a few hours. Don't matter. We'll sell it for $70. That's gross. Now, there's a reason why I'm also bringing this up as well, and that's Starfield. Starfield, 22,284,331 days played. What does that break down to? Like, so times 24. So that'll be 222 times 2 be like 444. Like what, nearly 500 million hours playing a game that just launched a few months ago? But look at this stat here. 40 hours average playtime per player. Now, I quit after 15 hours. So there's other people. I keep hearing that's the game. That is a game that rewards you. The more you put into it, the more it rewards you. And I could see that. But 40 hours for a brand new IP. 40 hours. I don't think PlayStation has ever had a title like that. Does PlayStation ever put out a title where the average is 40 hours? 40 hours. That's a lot. Like, you're 100% completing games in 40 hours if you're playing a PlayStation game. 40 hours. A game that's on Game Pass. A Game Pass game that people start up, play a few minutes, and go, not for me, and quit. 40 hours. All right, and of course, Red Dragon had a tweet about that because he's calling BS. Bethesda bragged average players spent 40 hours in Starfield. Players are reporting stats are fake, and Xbox play stats are much higher than actual playtime. Happening across multiple games can verify hyperinflated with save files. Xbox engagement numbers focus now makes sense. Now, Bethesda never came out and said how they got those numbers, so you just want to believe anything negative regarding Xbox. And you did get community noted on this. But let's go. All right, Red Dragon, you're correct. You are right. You are absolutely right. Let's chop off. Let's divide that by 2. So only 20 hours. 20 hours here. That 20 hours is beating God of War. That 20 hours is beating Little Big Planet 3. That 20 hours is beating Horizon Zero Dawn, Demon's Souls, Returnal, Horizon Forbidden West, Death Stranding, Spider-Man, not Ghost of Tsushima, and Miles Morales. Like, okay, if we divide that number by 2, we live in your little fantasy world because anything positive with Xbox always comes with the big grain of salt in your eyes. That's still number 2 on this list, buddy. And only he would get offended by that. And like, why? What does it matter? What does it matter? It matters because I'm here celebrating 40 hours. That's what pisses the Red Dragon off. He gets mad that people see the 40 hours and go, nice, good job, Bethesda. That pains the Red Dragon. Look at the pain in this guy's tweet. That is pain. That is torture. Could you imagine seeing those numbers and being upset? No, this is upsetting. These numbers here, PlayStation needs to work on their engagement. You see why they're trying to do live service games. Hell, they should have just released Last of Us Online, because even if it sucked, even if they didn't really have a roadmap, I'm sure they could maybe get the average player to about 20 hours on that, right? All right, well, anyways, I gotta go. Just fun little tidbits. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.